Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I'm doing the update to my No Buy project pen. This is inspired by Dora from Fuchsia Soul. I believe she was inspired by Jessica Payne. I know Jessica Lee is doing it and a few others, and I'll have whoever I can think of linked down below. If you're doing it and I've forgotten you, please remind me in the comments and I'll link you down below. But yeah, essentially it's working on products in categories that should be on a no buy, that I shouldn't be buying any more for that category. Notice the use of the word should. Now, having said that, I did say last month that I wanted the month of July to be a no buy month, and it was. So I bought no makeup in the month of July. I bought no clothes in the month of July. I said I went into Primark, I picked up a foundation because they had a new foundation range, but I left it before I got to the till. Good girl, Ruthie. I bought some PJs, but they were really light, kind of like, you know, little vest and short kind of thing, that I didn't have anything like it because the humidity is just unnatural, and the heat at night, disgusting. And we've no air conditioning in our houses, just so you know. Yeah, I also returned an item and didn't just exchange it, because usually if I buy it, like it was a bra, but usually I'll just keep it or I'll exchange it for something else. I actually returned it and got my money back. And I also sent back dresses that I had ordered for the wedding, and now I'm allowed, that's a purchase I'm allowed, because it's a wedding and I need to get a dress for it. It's in September next month. But I bought two dresses. One was okay, one was awful. And the okay one, I normally would have just kept it just because the hassle, couldn't be bothered, you know. No, I sent them both back. Good girl. So the only thing I spent money on was my tattoo. Will I show you? I can't really show you because it's flooding at the moment. So it has the second skin on it and it's flooding, so won't be a couple of days before you can see it. But I put a picture up because I took a picture when I got it done. And I heckin' love it. Tattoos, guys. Love them. And oh, I met Rita from 10 Red Lipsticks. She came the whole way to Limerick, which was just so feckin' lovely. And we did a makeup swap. We were like two children playing with our toys. I'd say the people around us in the cafe thought, what is going on over there? Why? Number one, have they so much makeup? Two, why is it all on the tables? And three, why are they swapping it? I'd say we had the best time. It was so lovely to meet her in person. So I got some new products through that, which was lovely. And she took a load of products. So we both ended up getting new stuff to our collection without spending any money, which was lovely. And we were in the Crescent Shopping Centre, which is a mall, I suppose. And Boots, which is like Ulta, I suppose. It was right, we passed it twice and neither of us even looked in the door. Just kept on going. So I'm delighted. It was a good month for lack of purchasing. August, I would imagine, will be more of the same, because again, like I said, after the wedding, I have to buy shoes, I have to buy a handbag, I have to buy, well, my sister's going to bring down some stuff and I'll see if there's something belonging to her that I can use apart from shoes, because we're a different shoe size. But shoes are proving hard. In the end of the day, the dresses, I have two here that maybe aren't as dressy as I would have liked for a wedding, but they're dressy enough. With the right accessories and that, they'll do. So I'm not buying a dress. Go me. Anyway, on to goal for next month, this month, whatever, August. Again, no buying any makeup. Don't need it. No buying any clothes or anything like that outside of stuff for the wedding. That's it. That's it. Wish me luck. So on with this. This is a rolling project pan for me. Like I said, I'm using products that are in categories that I shouldn't be buying anything from. I didn't last month, which is great, but there's been other months where I have. So yeah, first item, very exciting. This is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting, I won't dazzle you, Ambient Lighting palette in Sculpture. Sculpture palette? Yes, Sculpture. And I had the Ambient Lighting powder in it, which would have been right here. And can you see what I see? We have an empty pan. Yes, we do. There was a tiny bits around the edges and I just scraped them off and put them in my normal powder, my loose powder. But guys, thrilled to bits. So this palette is going to go away for another while. The bronzer and highlighters I have, not a highlighter, this was a lighter kind of, one of these powders kind of maybe. I don't know, it was hard to say what it was. But I mixed the two together and I now have them as a bronzer and I'm happy with it. But yeah, I've used up that little powder, so I'm delighted. So I'm going to put this palette away again for a while. And maybe next year I'll bust it out again for the blushes and the highlights and stuff. But huzzah! We have an empty, guys. I used it 32 times to get to the pan and 73 times in total to finish it. Happy days. Next up is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And I have used this 98 times, 14 uses last month, which is a good indicator of how many times I wore makeup last month, because I typically wear this nearly every time. I think actually the one that I do wear every time is my Vive one, so when we get to that we'll know exactly how many days I wore makeup. But we're getting there, guys. Now, I still think it'll be the end of the year before this is finished because there's still tons of product. But we've got a great bit of glass shown at the bottom there. And I'm starting to kind of work on the edges a little bit. But yeah, still love it. Great product. Don't use concealer anymore. That's just all I need. I used up, to date, I have used up 1.64 grams of product. Next up is the Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Which I have, and I'm meant to, I forgot to mark it, silly sausage. Not that it's moved much because of the fact that I put in a little bit of that hourglass powder, but we have gone down. I hope you can see we're now down to here from there. So it's not, you know, I don't use a whole lot of powder. But yeah, there's usage. There's I must mark that now because you know what, I will forget later and then I'll be cross at myself for not doing it. Yeah, I mean, you can barely, like, it's literally drawing a line on top of the line, but sure, that doesn't work. We'll do it later. Okay. I have used that, I used it 12 times last month and 74 uses to date, and I've used 3.42 grams of product. Natasha Denona, my little rose cheek duo. Guys, we're making such one. Look at this, like we're on side pan now. I don't know if you can really tell on the blush. Oh, happy days. And lots of pan on the highlighter as well. But there's loads of product left in the highlighter. But I'm going to now, I'll take a picture of this once this video is over. And I am going to push this in to the sides or into the center because it's getting hard to pick up in a brush. But I have used that. I have used the blush. I used them both 10 times each last month. To date, I've used the blush 50 times and I've used the highlight 76 times. Now, obviously, I anyway use a lot less highlighter than I would use blush. So that's why the blush or the highlighter looks like there's more there. But yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on that. Really, really happy. I've used up how many grams of product? 2 grams, 2.06 grams of product. Not bad. Now, Vive Eye Wand in Sand. This is it here. And this is what I use as my eyeshadow base. I find it wonderful. 19 times last month. So that's how many days I wore makeup. 19 days. Which, look at, it's better than previous months, so we'll take it as a win. I have used it 97 times to date and still plenty of product left. It'll definitely, I'd say this will be until the end of the year as well. I have a sneaking suspicion. I've used up 0.54 grams of product. Like there's only this much left, but that'll take at least 3 months, I'd say. Look, who knows. Next up is my Rimmel Kajal eyeliner in 011 Sable. I used it 10 times last month. I have used it 80 times this year, and I've used 1.66 grams of product, and this is where we're at with it, guys. We're really getting down to it now. Again, I was highly ambitious and thought, oh, I'll have that finished by mid-year. Will you, Ruth? Will you, though? No, you won't. You silly girl. Primark lip liner in Melba. I used that 11 times last month. I've used it 68 times to date. Come out. This is how much we have left. And I've used 1.59 grams of product. So we're still trucking away with that one. Primark lipstick in Bronze Kiss. And this is how we are looking. This one now, guys. Now we're really moving along with this and I'm really happy. I used it 10 times last month and I used it 49 times in total, and I've used 0.4 grams of product. That's all I have left. I've been using it as a cream blush as well. So that is what, now I only mark it down the once. Should I mark it down twice, like if I use it on my lips and my cheeks? What do you think? I just kind of marked it as a daily use. But yeah, so that's why there's been so much progress on that, because I have been using it on the cheeks as well as the lips. Buxom lip gloss in Julep, Rose Julep. Again, I should be finished this by now, but I've just been lagging for some reason. And I love it. It's my absolute favourite gloss in my collection. Maybe that's why I'm lagging. I've used it 12 times last month, 64 uses in total, 1.04 grams of product. Signet Grace, you're not going to see much difference. This is a powder that I'm using on my eyebrows, which I forgot to do today. Oh well, it is what it is. You can see there's a bit of a dip going. We have a bit of a dip. I have used it 11 times in the last month, 31 uses in total. I don't use it really day to day. It's more if I'm doing a more intense look. Normally like today, I feel I need it. When I do a much lighter look, I don't feel I need it. My brown mascara is enough to cut it. But yeah, 11 uses, 31 to date. And I mean, that only came in. When did that come in? April maybe? Something. 0.08 grams of product. But there we go, staying in for the foreseeable of my life, possibly. An empty, hooray! This is the PS Hydrating Facial Mist. This is where I came in. This was last month, and now, or the last update, should we say, because obviously that was a few months usage, and then that's what I used up in the month. I got 117 uses out of it, so it's quite a small bottle. How many? 100 ml. So yeah, got 117 uses out of that. I'm very happy. What is next? Oh, my Saint-Tropez Self-Tan Purity Water. So this is where it came in. Last update and this update. So I made sure to make a concerted effort to use it. Got 5 uses out of it. I've used it 12 times to date, and I have used 15.70 grams of product. I enjoyed. I tend to use, it's dirty now because I've been using it, but that's the kind of brush I use. So I'll spray it, about 3, maybe 4 sprays gently, and then I'll buff it in with this. I don't like to just leave it. I like to give it a bit of a buff, and I feel that way then it doesn't get clogged in your brows, or some areas look a bit more tan than others, or you know, I just find it works for me. But yeah, getting use out of that, thank God. One thing I didn't use, I'm just so bad at this. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Blackhead Extractor Mask. Didn't use it at all. And like, there's only, like, the product is only to there maybe. That's all that's in it. So like 2 uses maybe should do the trick, but didn't use it, guys. I'm struggling with face masks, and I used to be great at them, but no, struggling with them now at the moment. What is next? Wet n Wild Colour Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana, and I use this as my finishing powder. I used it 11 times last month, 22 uses in total, 0.35 grams of product used up. Get a nice little look at the pan. Look at that beautiful pan. That pan was in it when I wrote it in, but I just want to, it's my oldest of those kind of powders, so I need to use it up. Kiko Sculpting Touch Stick in the shade 200. This is my cream bronzer. I have used it 10 times last month, 21 uses in total, and 0.97 grams, but there's tons of product left. Tons. I must use Kyra Journey in Beauty. She gave a great tip in her last, well, not her last video, but one of her recent videos. Was it a Project Pan update? I think it was. And she was saying that you can still use alcohol on cream products, like a 70%, I think she was saying, and that you just spray it on, leave it on for a few minutes, and then wipe it off with a cloth. And it definitely, she said she had Tower 28 blushes maybe or something that were starting to go bad, and she did that, and she managed to finish them off without them turning bad, which I thought was a great little tip. Go check her channel out, she's very informative, I love her. But yeah, I thought that was a great tip. So I will be doing that because it is one of my older, two older cream bronzers now that I feel like are coming to the end of their lifespan. But I wonder if I do that, they might last a bit longer. We shall see. Bronzer that I have in is my Zoeva Radiant Bronzer Lumi in 0.04. This is it here. I love it because it's got a bit of highlight on one side, so I just shimmy it all together and it gives a lovely glowy, and I love a glow, as we can see. Used it 10 times last month, 19 uses to date, 0.47 grams of product. I'm not expecting to hit pan or anything crazy like that. I just wanted to get good use. The highlighter I have in is from Hourglass. It was the Ghost palette, and I have pressed it in here so that it's easier to use. I have used it 12 times last month, 22 uses in total, 0.1 grams of product. Love it, still love it, thoroughly enjoying using it. Same goes for this blush, also from that palette. I mixed the two blush colours together to get this, and I used it 10 times last month, 18 uses in total, 0.29 grams of product, and still thoroughly enjoying it. It's just so glowing pretty. Love it. Also loving, I'm very happy with my, I think because my collection now is really narrowed down to stuff I love. There's very little now in my collection that's just a, and there's no, I don't know what those noises were. But yeah, this foundation, really enjoy it. This is the Fenty Easy Drops in the shade 7. And I have used this 10 times last month, 15 uses in total, 2.76 grams of product. Just, I love the consistency. I love the coverage it gives. It's not overly thick or painted on or that. It just evens out the skin. I just really love it. Really love it. Like the way it wears down. It's a good one, guys. It's a good one. And I haven't been able to say that about a foundation in a long time. PS Prep and Perfect Up All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Now this is one that I've a bit of a conundrum. That was intro, that's where we're at now. I hate the mister. It spits at me, and this mister isn't much better. It feels a tiny bit sticky, but it's not too bad. It says fresh coconut scent. I don't agree with that, but I do think it helps my makeup last. So I have like a mini I have a travel size of this that I usually keep some all-nighter in. It's a little bit in it. I might put this back into the bigger bottle and transfer this into this. Maybe. Because I definitely prefer the mister on the all-nighter. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because it's just, it attacks me. It's rude and obnoxious. So yeah, look, I've been using it and I do feel like it works, so I feel like I want to keep going with it. Used it 16 times last month, 17 in total because it only got one use when I rolled it in, and I've used 32.49 grams of product. I think that's going to be the plan, guys, so I'll just keep decanting in. PS Get the Glow Radiance Booster. This is kind of, I use this all over my body. So usually around here, maybe on the arms, maybe on the legs, but typically here. And it just gives my skin a really nice glow, and it kind of evens out my skin tone a little bit. Not like, we're not talking about tons of coverage or anything like that, the barest minimum, but it's just, it's nice. I used it 7 times last month, which means I've used it 10 times in total since I rolled it in June. And I have used 5.18 grams of product. Primark PS Flawless Glow Radiance Glow Primer Foundation Hybrid. All the word, why all the words? We don't need all the words, guys. In the shade Honey. This is it here. I love these. I just love these. Absolute, just wonder product, €6. Yes, please. Used it 12 times in total, 17 since it rolled in, and 2.84 grams of product. So I switched out my buttermilk shade when I got a bit of a tan going, and I'm on honey, and once the tan goes, I'll go back to buttermilk, whether I'm finished honey or not. Elf Poreless Putty Primer. I love this primer I use it here, 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 and actually my neck creases as well. I'm finding it's useful for. And I usually use like a very dense brush to apply it and just press it in. But this is what we're looking like, guys. We're making great headway on it. I'm very happy with the progress. I've used it 15 times last month, 16 uses in total. Thrilled, absolutely thrilled. Love it. Such a great product, and I'm delighted to be getting my use out of it. Schwarzkopf. It's a hair product. It's called the Gliss Hair Repair Liquid Silk Express Repair Conditioner. And this is here. This is where it rolled in. This is where we're at. So we still have tons of way to go, but I've used it 11 times, which I'm thrilled with. Can't wait because it's too heavy, but I really enjoy it. I like to put in, so when I come out of the shower and my hair is wet, I will typically put in an oil first. And then I will get my kind of very separated brush and I'll spray this onto the brush, because I detest the feel of spray on my neck. Don't ask me why. Why can I do this on the face and it's fine, but let this hit... I'm getting shivers thinking about it. I hate it. So I spray it onto the brush and then brush it through my hair, and it helps detangle, and I really like it. It's lovely. A friend of mine bought me this, and it's a gentle scent as well. It's not too offensive, because I can be quite sensitive to scents. But yeah, I'm really happy. 11 times. Happy days. So I'm only going to roll in one product. I'm not going to roll in a powder. The finishing, the hourglass powder, because I only use it under my eyes. Now, what I am using is my full-size hourglass powder. I shall show you, because I went and I purchased it in the sale because I just love it that much. I really feel this is one of those few expensive products that is worth the price tag, in my humble opinion. But I'm not going to put it into the project, because this will probably take me 10 years to use up, because, like I said, I'm only using it under the... That's it. Literally under eye, on a powder puff, tap, 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 job done. So I just have it in my drawer and I'll use it away, because I don't think it'd be very exciting to track, especially for a viewer, because you're not going to see any difference in it. It's even in the weight, you're not going to see much difference. So I've just decided not to. And plus, it's not a no buy category for me now, because that's the last of those kind of powders that I have. I literally only have one. I only need one. This is a facial mist. This is the Attivi Puri Colostar Milano. So I bought it when I was in Italy. The hyaluronic acid molecular spray, moisturizing, lifting face, neck, décolleté. It's not lifting, apart from me lifting the bottle. That's the only lifting that happens. So that's where we're at as rolling. This is it here. It's a nice enough face mist. No real scent to it. No, just nice, gentle mist. I like it. So that is coming in as my facial mist to replace the one from Primark. And we're getting then, I'm getting on top of these as well. A lot of these categories, we're starting to get there, guys. We're slowly but surely, and then others are still just galloping away from me. Oopsies. What can you do? That's it for this update, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you're getting on with your projects. I know this time of year can be a bit kind of like, you can be a bit in the doldrums, and kind of like motivation is gone. You know what I mean? It just kind of wafts away. And that's how I was feeling. But last month I really kind of pushed myself, and I'm really happy. Goals. Never mentioned my goals. So my goals for last month was, for my project pan items, I had to use them 10 times in the month before I was allowed to use non-project pan items. Unless it's a special occasion like the wedding or something like that. And I did. So I didn't use everything 10 times, but if I didn't use it 10 times, I didn't use something else in that category. But anything that I did use, over the 10 times, I was allowed to dip into my drawer and use something similar category and have a little bit of fun. And I enjoyed doing that. It helped alleviate a little bit of boredom or that with my collection. Other items, I just wanted to keep using them, so I was happy. So this month, I want to do the same thing. So 10 uses. And once the 10 uses are met, if I want to dip into my collection, I can do. Lovely. I want to use that face mask. Preferably use it up, but at least use it once. I want to finish Bronze Kiss. So this is the lipstick from Primark Pennies. Look, that has to be achievable, guys. So on the lips and on the cheeks, it just has to be achievable. You know, sorry, no, just has to. And I want to, like I said, move that into the center of the pan. But that's it. Yeah, so really my two big goal, finish this. Have to use this. Have to. You listening, Ruth? You have to use this. Have to. But that's it. Yeah, that's it for this update, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.